Well, hello everyone. How's it going? It's your boy True Exodus, your friendly firearms pastor, gun advocate, teacher, and overall preacher of the gospel. We're looking at today the SIG 1911 Ultra. This is basically a rendition of their 45 Ultra Compact that they started, I think it was a little while ago, but they just recently released this gun. I saw it, I had to have it, asked SIG to send it to me. They most certainly did, so we want to thank them for that. So I did not purchase this gun, it was given to me, but I did make sure it was mine, 2,000 rounds of ammo that I put through it. We're going to talk a little bit about that, the reliability issues that I've had with it, the shootability, the price, everything like that, so stay tuned. Just a normal 1911. Now, let me give you a quick story because you're going to see some little rust spots on it. That's because I accidentally left this gun outside. I was teaching a class. Everybody brought their guns, and I brought some guns outside. People brought guns from the safe that they wanted to shoot. A couple of students picked this gun. They brought it out. We shot it. I went to go collect all the guns. It was laying next to the table that I was used. I do not know why I left it out, but I left it out, and it rained overnight. So it was right around the 1100. The best that I can come up with, the 1100 mark as far as a round count is concerned, and then it just, I had to take it, I had to break it down and clean it thoroughly, so it was not able to make it through 2,000 rounds without any cleaning because of my mishap, so I do want to apologize for that. However, the first 1100 rounds, I had one stovepipe, and it came from Tula ammo. One of the things that I'm starting to do now is I'm trying my best to make sure that every gun that I do a review on gets a variety and a mixture of ammo to talk with you about. So 500 rounds of Tula, 500 rounds of Reman, and that's where we left it off at. Now, after we cleaned it, I went through about another 600 rounds, and I felt like I was pretty comfortable to do a review, so I was really happy about everything that the gun's gone through so far, and right now it's sitting at a little over 1,700 rounds as far as I'm concerned, is what I've got written down. Now, that's an estimate based off of my exact numbers of how many mags and rounds that I put through it, and what students have shot through it. So it's one of those guns I love to take to classes because people like to shoot a lot. Now, let's look over the features first, talk about the reliability, or talk about the shootability and the price next. So let's look at the features of this gun. Guys, it's a traditional 1911. It's got a backstrap safety. It's a single action, meaning it'll only fire when the hammer is cocked back, and you've got a safety on the left side, but not on the right side. I imagine that's for a little help with the concealability. In fact, I don't like ambidextrous safeties on 1911s, but that's neither here nor there. Its barrel is just under 4 inches, so it's a tiny gun. If you take both of my hands, put it in there, it conceals extremely well. I totally dig that. Yeah, it just comes with a stainless steel, interchangeable grips if you don't want them. But yeah, it's a 1911. There's nothing left to say about it. It doesn't have rail space. I wish it did, because that would make it a much better carry option for a lot of different people, but neither here nor there. It still works just as fine. Now, the trigger pull is nothing to write home about. However, it is a 4.5 or 5 pound. I'm pretty sure it feels like it's 5 pound trigger pull, and it's very, very short. It's got a very nice audible reset that's positive. It forces the finger forward, and it has very little pre-travel, almost no pre-travel to the wall. Press past the wall, reset, and boom, you're there again. So it's very little effort to be very accurate with the gun. It's very little effort to shoot the gun quickly, and it's actually not too bad to hold on to, as you'll see. Did you see how soft shooting that was? I'm not really gripping it very hard, and this is just 115 Reman ammo. It's really impressive, just the recoil impulse, overall recoil impulse of the gun. I'm here at I'm 30 yards from an A zone, C zone size target, and this gun is just very helpful. And following up your shots, getting a good sight picture, just pressing the trigger. All in all, the gun helps me as a shooter shoot really well. Let's take her back to 50 and see what we can do. All right, we're gonna see what we can do here at 50. I've got what I think is a 12 o'clock hold on this, and I've been trying to figure this out because I'm not hitting very accurately. It may be because the target's black down there, and against these blacked out sights, it's very hard to see, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's got what I'm gonna call a 12 o'clock hold on these sights. Now what that means is that it's not a traditional sight picture. This means that when you line up your sights, the horizon that you cut in half, here at 50, you have to cut the target in half. It shoots higher than the combat sight picture. So you got the 2 dots, right? Or the 3 dots. Usually for most pistols, the center dot, after you've aligned and have equal height and equal light between the front and back sight, after you've aligned that, usually wherever the bullet is where the dot's gonna go. This one is wherever the top horizon is cutting in half is where the bullet is gonna go here at 50 yards. It took me a little while to find that, but I had to confirm it, and so it just didn't go on camera. What can I say? Now, as you can see, this gun is a really soft shooter. With 147s, with 124s, with 115s, it really doesn't matter what it is, it's doing well. It's really easy to keep this gun on target. That's because the gun feels hefty. It feels, it's good and solid and meaty in your hands. This is how, speaking from experience, this is like the blind date, prom date you got set up with by your best friend because he was dating a girl that went to a different school than you went to, and he said that she had a friend and they would only go, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Anyway, so, but she was a lot of fun. That's what this gun feels like. It's like when you first get it and you're like, you rack the slide. It's not a Wilson Combat, right? It's not a Nighthawk, but it does feel smooth. But it's big and fat. Look how big, this looks like you can just open up this barrel and then boom, you'd have a 45. This gun's big and fat, but man, it's a lot of fun to shoot. It's a lot of fun to shoot, and it's very reliable so far in my experience. So we've got some other things to do with it too. One of the things that people have been asking me to do is torture test guns with carry ammo. So that's what we're gonna do. We've got Federal HST 124 grains. We're gonna make it go through that Indiana dirt test, the sand test, and the water test. Stay tuned. Indiana dirt, gotta get me some Indiana dirt, and a shotgun shell. Ooh. Okay, so you got that right. Now we're gonna keep you on camera here because I don't want anybody accusing me of doing something that other YouTubers do, which I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna speak of those things. That's good enough for me. 3 rounds, I've got some more in there. We'll put it through a sand test now. That's right, so normally I have 5 rounds that I do through each test, but not today, ISIS. We're actually gonna just got some sand here. Oh gosh. As you can see, it's very sandy. Let's, hey, you know what? Let's do some more. All right. We're gonna shake that sucker off. Ooh, that's sandy and dusty and nasty. All right, Sig, I'm gonna make you fail. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But there is a round in the chamber. Ah, I forgot to take that out, okay. Well, let's see if it just works. How about that? Would you all be happy if it just worked? Take you guys off, yeah. Do you want it just to work, or do you want me to rack it? Because I'll fire 1 shot and see if it works. It did, but it didn't go back in the battery. So hold on real fast. Let's have you come over here with me. I'm just curious to see if it We'll cycle in the next round. Yep, there we go. So maybe it's just a little too dusty, but neither here nor there. Didn't want to go back into battery, but after you got to shooting it, did just fine. Interesting. I don't know how you rate that. So, all right, let's do that baptism test. All the bubbles come out. This is super fun. I actually didn't think this gun was going to do that well, but I'm actually really impressed with it. So far, I mean, when you compare what most 1911s won't even do on their best days to what we've put it through, it seems like you're getting what you're paying for with this gun. Let's pull it out. Rack it and shoot it. Here we go. Fantastic work. So it didn't lock back, but oh wow, that was incredible. So we put it through the Indiana dirt test, the sand test, and the baptism test, and it performed just fine. Wow. Okay, cool. Oh wow, that was incredible. I did not think it was going to perform that well. Actually, let me wipe it off. I did not think it was going to do that well. I've shot a lot of 1911s and they just don't even pass a dirt test. Like, you can't even rack them. They just seize up really quickly. They don't go back into battery after you shoot them. And we obviously, as you saw, there were some issues, but you know, it's to be expected with this platform. A lot of these platforms are not perfect, but neither here nor there. Overall thoughts, man. $1,100. It seems pretty steep, but I'm pretty sure you can find one for, I've heard them reported for $925 at local gun stores, things like that. The MSRP on the sites are always jacked up, but neither here nor there. You know, I think you're getting what you're paying for. I think that it's got an excellent track record for reliability. It's did really well in the sand, dirt, and water tests. It shoots really well. It communicates to the shooter really well. I think for a ultra compact 1911, I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck out of this. Still learning more about the 1911 platform, still learning about different things like this. Would I carry this? Absolutely. I would most certainly carry this as a 1911, but there's other guns out there for me to carry, so you know, I'm gonna carry those guns. But if you're one of those people that like the ultra slim, ultra feel of the small guns and you love 1911s or you're committed to 1911s, this is a great gun. I've had, just like I said, nothing but good things to say about it. Anyway, some of the negatives, sorry we got cut off there, just it doesn't have a rail. Stainless steel upper, things like that. Well, the people that mow my grass are telling me I gotta stop my review, so I'm gonna do that. If you got any questions or comments, throw those in the comment section below. Again, True Exodus here. Thanks for tuning in. Hold fast, stay the course. I'm out of here.